If you wanted to make your own makeup brand right now, you could literally go over to somewhere like AliExpress and have people drop ship white label makeup for you. And that's what a lot of people do in trying to make their own brand. I want to talk about a brand of you today that shouldn't be allowed to do anything ever again, ever. Imagine threatening someone, a young lady, that you're going to send someone to their house because they haven't posted content within the time frame that you see fit. Imagine being a small brand trying to make it big and making threats like that. Not only to this one person, but also being really nasty and gross to other people. Here is why I think this video is important today. There are a lot of people within this time period we are in who want to make content creation their full-time job. I'm extremely lucky it's mine. I'm grateful for it every single day. We are in a time where that is a possible thing to do, and it's a very good job to have, right? I know people are like, it's not a real job. But listen, influencers are very much a real job that have created other jobs: influencer marketing, influencer management, companies that are literally made to help influencers connect with brands. It has made a whole different type of job category, you know what I mean? So it is a real job. It is really nice when you're starting out to collaborate with brands and do each other a sort of favor, right? You are a small brand. I'm a content creator. You know, I want viewers. I want to make this my full-time thing. You send me a product or you send me a sample of product and I will talk about it. And that way we give each other something, right? Right, let me introduce you to Kaylin, who is 20 years old. She's from the UK and she's a content creator. Her makeup stuff on her TikTok and Instagram, beautiful, so creative. She has like this whole clown series going on. It's go and check her out. I'll link her down below. So someone actually sent me, did I come across it or did someone send it to me? I can't remember. Anyway, I saw this TikTok I'm going to show you, right? And I was like, this is madness. I went to go and check it out on Twitter, also on X. Craziness, right? And I reached out to her and I was like, do you mind if I talk about this? Because this is a lot more serious than people think. It's not just a disagreement with a brand. There are police involved. There's a threat involved. Please.
If there's one video of mine I need you to pay attention to, it's this one. Now, I'm all for making story times with brands and, you know, dodgy situations with them. But this goes far beyond that, to the point where I tried to post screenshots of our chat and they got taken down immediately. And trading standards and are involved.
The police.
I won't be able to share the screenshots here of the chat, but they are all over on Twitter if you guys do want to see the proof.
I have them for you.
I'm begging you guys to listen. Don't go and put hate on the brand. I just simply want you to share this and report them so other creators don't have to go through what I've gone through. And from what I can tell, a lot of creators already have. Again, I won't be name dropping the brand. It is in the screenshot so you can report them, but I'm not trying to get my account banned here.
I'm going to tell you the brand.
But basically, this company reached out to me at the start of December and asked to do a sample collab, which if you guys don't know what it is basically something creators can do through TikTok Shop, in which you can request a free sample of a brand. They'll send you the product for free and then you have 2 weeks to post a shoppable video about it. I've done them loads of times before, never had any issues with it. So I sent the sample request over and I received it on the 7th of December. From then I had 2 weeks to do the video and I said to them hopefully I would get it done this week just gone. I had 2 days off from work, and for context, I work in retail. I'm doing 50 hours roughly each week for Christmas, so I don't get a lot of time to do content.
Let me just jump in here really quickly. I also used to work full time in makeup as I was starting at the beginning of my YouTube channel when it kind of went viral. And it was really, really difficult. I would come home from a full day's work. Yes, I used to do a full day's work. And then sit down for 2-3 hours trying to make YouTube content, you know, trying to do it all before, you know, my partner got home, my dogs were home, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it's difficult, especially at Christmas time. You retail workers, restaurant workers, everyone who works in, sorry, it's a bit of fluff, in any customer facing job, you know, Christmas time, everyone is crazy.
So I had 2 days off last week, and one of them, the day I was planning to do the video on, I was called into work, so I couldn't. And then the day after that I did have off, I had a video that was due before this brand, so I did that one first.
Priorities.
And I apologised to the brand and said, I'm sorry I didn't get it to you like planned, but I will get it done ASAP before the deadline is due. So that was on the Thursday. Then I woke up on the Saturday morning to a really abrupt, rude message from them. They basically said, where is the content, when can we expect it? All the other creators have done the videos, which obviously I wasn't going to be spoken to like that. So I put back politely, but respectfully, hi, look, I understand you want the content. I've explained to you my situation. I will still have it done. I still had 5 days left on the sample request at that point, which I have proof again by TikTok. It'll all be on Twitter. But I had 5 days left and I would have it done before the deadline is due. And I also said to them I didn't respect being spoken to like that.
Yeah, right.
And after this collab, I wouldn't be doing any more because I spoke previously about doing multiple. So they replied basically saying there was no excuse. All their other creators have full-time jobs, you know, there's mothers with kids in there. And they put something along the lines of, anyway, I'm busy, do the content and then the collab's done. I don't have the chat in front of me, so just read the screenshots and you'll see.
We're going to go through all the screenshots, we're going to see all the message because it's a lot.
What? From a brand that is like, the professionalism is non-existent.
Right.
So I basically replied back saying there's no way that is fair when you don't know who I am or what my life is like. You cannot compare me to other people. The way you've spoken to me and addressed this whole situation is disgusting, and I won't be doing a video for you if you're going to treat me like this. Why would I do a video promoting your brand and giving you a positive review if you're going to speak to me like that?
And ethically, great. Why would you want to promote a brand who, if this is how they speak to you, what is their customer service going to be like? How is it going to be when someone has a complaint? And they could be like, well, she recommended it to me, now I don't trust her. It's not just how they spoke to you, it's how they're going to speak to other people and how that is representative of you also.
Now this is where it gets bad. Now they replied back going, listen, young girl. Something along the lines of, we've done this nice and gently. Either do the videos or we're going to give your parents a good talking to. Either do the video or send the product back. There's definitely more stuff in there, but again, off the top of my head, I can't do word for word. Now at that point, I'd had enough. I said, look, I am an adult. I am 20 years old. There is no way a brand is going to speak to me like that and I'm going to still do a video for them. It is absolutely disgusting. And if you think, like, I just don't know how you think you're in the right here. So I said I wouldn't do the video for them. I was appalled at how they treated me and I blocked them.
Good.
Now to all my other creators who are aware, there is a separate chat on TikTok Shop which brands can message creators, or anyone if you've ordered from a brand, they can message you. And there's no way of blocking them on there.
Because, as she mentioned at the start, you kind of have an agreement, right? They've sent you products, you're going to make content for them. So by not allowing them to block each other, it means that they can both carry out that agreement.
It says they can only send up to 10 messages, but if I don't reply, they can't. But they have definitely sent more than 10, and I haven't replied to any of them. They absolutely kicked off at me, swearing at me, sending all these angry emojis, and basically said that a man was going to turn up at our house. In which they have my address because they sent me the product. So it's a very credible...
Scary.
Now, I ignored it and I posted all the screenshots to my Instagram story and my TikTok story. And when I tried to post the screenshots as a post on here, it got removed. But I've spoken to so many creators on Instagram about it. And I've found so many people who've had a similar experience to me. Just a really snotty attitude and no way how a brand should act. So a lot of them reported the brand for me, and a lot of you guys also left some comments on their post, which is why I've asked you guys not to now. Because every time someone commented on their post, they would screenshot it, delete the comment, and then send it to me saying that I was, you know, ganging up on them with you guys, and that they were going to report me to the police, put me in jail, they were going to sue me, they were going to tell the TV and media, they were going to get TikTok HQ involved.
This is insane. I'll talk about more of this later.
All these like different areas. And the funniest part is, I asked my stepdad not to do this, but he did message the brand going, hi, I heard you want to chat with me. And they replied back saying that I was awful because she was an old grandma. I thought you were an angry man about to turn up at my house.
Yeah.
Funny how they switched up really quick. So I've reported them to TikTok. They're still investigating, but so far they've done nothing. I reported them to trading standards. I haven't heard back, but there isn't much information on the brand themselves, so it's difficult to know, put the report in.
Yeah.
And when I said they were continuously messaging me, it was literally like once an hour every Saturday and Sunday. Thankfully, I haven't heard from them since Sunday evening. But even so, I'd had enough. So Sunday night, I filed. I've spoken with them this morning. Now, obviously, it was not much they can do unless they do actually turn up at my house, which I don't think they will. Just, you know, the message itself from a brand is extreme. I'm trying so hard not to use any trigger words. But there's so many people that reached out to me. Not to mention the TikTokers that have done like a video on the brand already. So this is why I've reached out to you guys, and I really need you to share this because I don't want any creators having to go through what I and many others have. Please do not go and comment on their TikToks because it might just make it worse. And I probably shouldn't be making this video.
No, fuck it.
But nobody else is doing anything, so I have to speak about it. But if you'd like to read the full conversation, it is on Twitter and I can give you guys the link. I can also send them on Instagram if you guys are interested. And if a company wants their product back, they can have it. I haven't used it, but I'm not unblocking them and going through it again just to send it back to them. It's not happening. So please, guys, please share this. I'm begging you because no creator should, or anyone, any customer, anyone should ever have to go through that from a company.
Wild. Imagine any company you've ever worked with, not saying you have to be an influencer and do things like just at your normal work, and the boss comes down, it's like, I'm gonna talk to your parents. I'm gonna send someone to your house. Maybe it is an old woman in charge of the company. But listen, I don't care who's in charge of a company. I don't care if it's the last fucking unicorn in the world and they're selling their magical unicorn poo. If they speak to me like that, I'll be like, fuck you. Okay, let's go through this Twitter thread with all the messages because it is a lot. By the way, I'm not active on Twitter anymore. I've kept the profile up. Just because of like imitation purposes. People would used to imitate me and tell people they won prizes and scam them out of money. So we've gone to Kaylin's Twitter here. A warning to all creators on TikTok to not work with this brand. The brand is called Arabella London Official. Just so you all know. Sending me threats and threatening to turn up at my house because of content I still have 5 days to post for. We'll attach all screenshots below. Please share so other creators can avoid this report. Creators and consumers as well. If you come across this shop online, please do not purchase from them because they're assholes. So obviously she's blocked them. These are obviously the samples that she was sent to work with. So we have an 18 color eyeshadow palette, 2 glow drip. I'm guessing they were like tanned glow drip. I don't know what it means. And Wonder Blading. What the fuck? Wonder Blading lip stain mask. What does Wonder Blading mean? Okay. So they sent a message, can you tell us how long we need to wait? Everyone has created their videos. So here we can see where she responded to the conversation with, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. Since the product has arrived, I've only had 1 day off work. And on that day, I had to do content for another brand, which was due sooner. On the sample page, I have a deadline for your product and will complete it within that time frame. Great, but you cannot be pressuring me to create a video for you to this extent. I work in retail and over Christmas I'm doing 50 to 60 hour weeks, which leaves me very little time to do makeup. So yes, I'm sorry I have not done it for you this week like I was hoping to, but no brand should be talking to people like this, especially when I'm creating this content for you for free. You will get it before the sample deadline, but after that, I do not wish to work with you further, not if this is the way you're going to speak to people you like to work with, thank you. The brand, Arabella London, reply, those ladies have full-time job. Also, mother and wife. If you can't do affiliate, don't collab, simple, period. I mean, listen, if you can't spell check it, you know what I mean? But also, if you aren't happy for people to complete those jobs within the deadline you have set as a brand, don't offer that deadline. Say, when you get it, we want it done within a week. If you want it sooner, change your deadlines. Anyway, I'm busy. I have no time. Make a video, and no more collab. Then Kaylin says, there is a deadline given when the sample arrives. I still have 5 days on that left. You cannot compare my life to others when you have not a single idea about myself. The way you have conducted yourself is absolutely disgusting as a brand, and I will not be making a video for you. I will be reporting your brand and making other creators aware so they don't get treated the same in the future. Nobody should be treated like this purely because they had a delay in content. And if you want to make it as a brand, you should consider how you communicate to people before sending it. And this is not professional in the slightest. I will not be treated this way. Good for you. Listen, if you are going to be a brand and you're sending messages to people like this, you need to get a grip of your whole life. You shouldn't be a brand. You shouldn't be a company. If this is how you're going to act when something doesn't go slightly your way, no, you get ready for all your complaints. The brand give a big thumbs up and they go on to say, listen, young girl, I have asked you simple question, okay? Instead of being rude, try to behave kindly and gently. Be my guest and report us. And all our chat has been documented. Great. Because you know you're on the wrong side of this, right? You know you're the one being an asshole. And one of our manager has a meeting in TikTok headquarters. She will report you for threatening us and not making a video. It's not a threat, she's carrying out a promise. She's saying, I'm not doing it and I'm telling other people. That's not a threat. That's an actual thing that's happening. If you don't make a video, return back product. I don't tolerate this kind of behavior. It turns out you don't also tolerate people sticking to your own rules. So what do you tolerate? Or I will send someone to have a proper chat with your parents. Is that clear? You're worried. You're worried about threats of this person saying, you know what, I'm going to warn other content creators about you. But for you to be like, yeah, I'm going to send someone to your house is fine. That's okay. Send someone. Or don't actually. But see what the fuck happens if you do. I very much doubt from what they said that this is an older woman. I'm 20 years old, Kaylin says. I'm not a child. I'm done with this conversation. Why on earth would I make a video for you after the way you have spoken to me? I reached out to TikTok as this is disgusting. You are being blocked and reported for the threats and the way you have spoken. I have explained to you why there was a delay, and I still have 5 days left. If you cannot give a creator 2 weeks to film content, then don't let them request content with a 2-week deadline. Exactly that. They then say, we are coming to your house. Have a serious chat with your parents and report you to the police for stealing from us and report you to TikTok. How dare you talk to me like that and steal from us? I will put you in jail. Wait and see. Fucking thief. Angry face, angry face. You have instantly lost an argument when you put emojis in. I'm sorry. An old lady, in quotes, using angry emojis. When you see a man front of your house and shouting at your parents, then you understand. Kaylin had other creators reach out to her. She says, had other creators reaching out about their experience too. We'll be making a full TikTok on the story, but I keep getting blocked from posting the screenshots on there. So thought I'd share one for people to see. This person then says, I didn't have an awful experience you had, but they were rude to me on my own live because I was talking and answering a friend instead of stopping what I was doing for them immediately and replying to them. They sent me a DM with their collab rules, blah, blah, while I was still on live. And because I didn't text back, they then went dead snotty and said, don't worry about the collab. Then I think they forgot and approached me again and were again rude to me because I didn't respond straight away. You can then see that they have taken screenshots from people who have went and commented on their content and sent it to Kaylin saying, this is harassment. We will report you and your friends to the police and TikTok for abusive messages and harassment. Absolutely disgusting. This is harassment, breaching a peace and stealing our property. We will take legal action. This is absolutely disgusting and outrageous. Well, I only simply sent you this message and asking you when you are going to make a video. Why do you still think they're going to make a video? Are you okay? You better take legal advice. You and your friends created so much stress and anxiety for us. Go search on Google what happened to the police to the people who were harassing and sending abusive messages to others. This is absolutely disgusting, unprofessional, unkind, and utterly outrageous. You have sent us a request. We gently, same day posted, a sample for you. You have enough time to go live or making other videos, but no time to create a video. And when we just simply ask you when you are going to make the video, everyone has made a video. You have attacked us, then blocked us. Since then, we keep receiving abusive messages and comments from your friends. This won't finish here. We will take legal action and share it with the media, TV and newspaper. Be a lesson for others. We will sue you and your disgusting gang of abusive messages and harassment. Wait and see. 100%, it should be 110%, but because that says percent 100, we will take legal action for stealing our property and your non-stop abusive stop abusive comments and messages. When you see police knocking on your door and receiving letter from the court, then you will understand and you will need to answer your parents, and we will inform TikTok through our solicitors. This childish, disgusting behavior needs to stop and be a lesson for others. Take your own advice, honey. Okay, so they also said, 52-year-old French lady talked to you and asked you when you were going to create a video. What was rude or wrong with that? Tell me. To make you attacking her and continue creating false stories? Look at all our previous messages. We talked to you in the most kind, gentle, and polite way. I don't fucking think so. 11 days and you still don't create video. She's not making a video for you because you called her a little girl and threatened to send someone to her house. How is that not, you know? It is December. We wanted a video so we can promote our page. If we knew it would take this long, we wouldn't collab with you. I'm sure if she realized that you were going to threaten to send someone to house, she also wouldn't collab with you. Then they're asking for their products back, calling her rude and unkind, and they just go on and on and on. Kaylin replies, "This is the last time I'm going to message you as you continue to harass me. Our entire chat has been reported to the police, and anything you said after this will also be sent straight to them. You threatened me and my family. I do not take that lightly, and neither do the police. Absolutely. I've reported your business to the police, TikTok and trading standards. I have not used your product. In no way am I trying to gain it for free, and it was always going to make the video. But if you cannot understand that I have a full-time job alongside this, I was so delayed, then you shouldn't be agreeing to the 2 weeks TikTok gives you to post it. You may have your product back, and I have not used it at all and will not. But I am not paying for the postage. If you send me the return address and a postage label, I will ship it. But do not message me again. I will not be answering further. In no way were you kind to me." So she finishes, I've had multiple creators reach out about a similar experience with you being rude to them, and have also made videos and chats with you before. Okay, so they go on to reply, "We just noticed you have created nasty videos about us on Instagram and TikTok. Shame on you. Be kind, be nice, be gentle." Who the fuck are you talking to when you speak to people like this? We want to continue supplying you her samples. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Look at our page. Every single lovely lady collaborated with us. Every single one of them. Every single lovely lady in the world. We have continued and sent more products. So look at all our messages. We are kind and gentle with blessings. They put a heart emoji and rose emojis and kind words. What else you want us to do? Kaylin just says, "You know what, cut the shit," right? She doesn't say that, but she says, "Last chance, send me the return address and postage label, or I will go back to blocking you and not sending you the product back. I'm not arguing this further. You said it was an angry man you were sending to my house, not a lovely lady. This is the last message before I get police involved again. Send me an address and postage label, and you can have your product back, and then this ends here." They say, "We didn't threaten you illegal. We said we will take legal action and someone will come to have a very civilized chat with your parents." You don't send someone to anyone's house full stop when you have their address. But young women seem to be an issue, right? Take, for example, this message from a user. "This man tried to hire me as a TikTok live presenter, declined my rate and offered me half of what I said. Said I wasn't that special for a rate like that, and then also made weird remarks saying I was very attractive and sexy and would be good for the position and that he loved everything about my character, etc. Bit weird, and said it was unprofessional, and I received constant abusive messages after." Oh my god, I have a worse experience with a man from Arabella, London. I need to do a video on this because I was traumatized. Arabella, London is a joke. The French man is disgusting and so disrespectful. I mentioned the messages he was sending weren't professional. It flipped to "come back to me when you're off benefits and actually want to work like a normal person." That's what he said. "I work full-time already." So rude. Let's look at this business, right? I have some advice for you, Arabella, London. Who, by the way, I reached out to on various platforms, TikTok, Instagram. I went to their website and sent them an email through their contact us thing, and I've had no response, and it's been 2 weeks since I did so. This is their page. They have 3,925 followers on TikTok, and most of their content gets views that are 7,000, 8,000, 17,000, 9,000. This is their Instagram account. They have 4,506 followers, and their content, to be honest with you, doesn't get very many views. This person has no business trying to be a business. First of all, the way you speak to people. If you think you can just go on the internet and start speaking to people like this, You don't have a right mind frame. You don't know what it takes to be a business. You don't know how to deal with people. You have customers who are also the people you're working. Interpersonal, is that what it's called? Business people, help me out. Interpersonal and outerpersonal. They're customers to you too. As a brand, you need good relationships with people who are going to talk about your company, because now everyone's talking shit about your company because it is shit. And you act like shit. Threatening to send someone to someone's house is beyond wild. It's beyond stupid. Right? It's beyond immature. If you are a grown man claiming to be a French 50-something-year-old woman on the internet, one, what the hell are you doing? You just don't have a mind frame. It's a very strange situation. Imagine if I started my own brand and just started speaking to everyone like shit. Your brand isn't good. I'm just going to straight up say it. Your brand is not good. You are not at that point yet where you can start acting like the diva of Arabella, London, right? Let me show you. First of all, I believe it's all drop-shipped crap. Right? This is their website. Great, some stock images. You get the AliExpress Temu kind of like picture of his hand picking up a brush with some stock image stuff in the background. I'm being a little bit bitchy and petty, I'm sorry, but I'm coming at the point of why does this owner have so much arrogance when this is the stuff they're putting out? This image looks like it's taken off AliExpress. Wish. Temu, if you use Temu. Do you even own your own products to take a picture of them? Do you know how easy it is to take this box of brushes outside, hold it up to the sky, take a picture, turn up the contrast, and you get a nice picture, rather than having some photoshopped in hand that isn't even really holding the brush, where you can see this has obviously been photoshopped in. Okay. Listen, I'm just a perfectionist. This fragrance bottle, which if you image search the results, is just on weird websites with this AI background, with this added AI in background. This isn't here. You know, perfume just looks really great against a white backdrop, a black backdrop. Keep it simple. And and listen, they have these content creators on their page. These people are nothing to do with their brand. They're just trying to help a brand out. It's very same. You need help. As a brand, you need help. You need all the help you can get. Talking to people like this is so unreasonable and so beyond you as a brand. As in, like, who the fuck are you talking to when this is your brand? Ugh. This is what I mean by anybody thinks that they can just start up a brand and sell stuff and everyone's going to buy it. No. This stock imagery is terrible. It doesn't give high-end luxury. This £90, which is down from $149 for some drop-shipped thing, which you can easily just print your name on. I don't think so. Sorry, I just feel like this man who owns this brand needs to be put in his place. Your brand is not that fucking good that you can speak to people like shit. You want to make a brand, do it with integrity and decency. Listen, don't get me wrong, right? All brands need to start somewhere. They all need to start at some point. But to start off so shit with such a bad reputation is beyond me. How somebody can get themselves into such a mess. This to me is some guy has gone in with, I'm a big guy energy, I can do anything, let me start a makeup brand, with no idea, one, of what good makeup is, two, how much time it does take to create content while you are working full time. I don't give a shit if somebody else made the video in an hour after receiving products. That's got nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with me. That's none of my business. What is my business is how my day is going and what I'm going to achieve in my day. So beyond belief. If any brand threatened to send somebody to my house, I'll be like, you know what? Give me your address. Let me come to your house. Let me come to your house, because despite me wearing makeup and looking like this, I am a grown man. So let me come round and let's talk. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for joining me. Please do be wary of Arabella, London. Was that her name? I forgot it already. Sounds like an orphan child. Please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon. Bye.